I mean, I see one good-looking person there. Oh, that's me.
I was gonna say, that's you.
And we'll welcome our standby audience back there.
Do you want to lead?
Yes, I will. Today is the monthly Bikeways meeting for July 22nd, 2025. It is 1 p.m. and we'll get started with introductions.
Fred Rice.
Charlie Walkley.
Paul Gazai.
Pauline Tees.
And Fran Saluski.
Is somebody gonna do the, take the, oh, you're gonna do the, take the notes? Minutes?
Oh,
Because he's
okay.
not here.
That's a good point.
Unless he's-
No, yeah, he told us he wasn't going to be here.
Well,
Oh, you want me to do,
Well-
well, I don't have
yeah,
a pad.
we'll ask for an approval of the minutes from last month, or from 2 months ago.
Yeah.
We didn't have a
Yes,
meeting
2 months,
last
that's
month.
correct. I make a motion to accept the meeting.
Second. But do you want me to do the minutes now?
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I need pencil and paper.
Volunteers.
There you go. You
You have some
volunteered.
paper here. Yeah, I can give you
I
some
get-
paper.
Yeah. Same here.
Here you go.
Oh, don't give them that much paper.
How much paper do you need?
Half a sheet.
Half a sheet. There you go. Okay.
You got a pen, Bo?
There you are, sir.
Thank you.
And if I see how you do it in the future, I might be able to
I never did before.
understand. Oh, good. Okay, then maybe the blind lead the blind.
Right.
Jim usually has his iPad going.
Yeah.
And that's the way he does the minutes. He reviews the meeting on his iPad. Or in the past, what I've done is to take the video from the meeting and write the notes that way.
Just a quick question. The video's on YouTube, true?
Yeah,
Yes. You could look this up on YouTube.
not
do that?
Bikeways?
not until Jamie reviews.
Yes.
And post it.
It's about 24 hours usually, but I think if you just put in Harwich Bikeways Committee meeting.
Look at YouTube and
Okay.
So we got
see
number
how
one
bad we
done.
look on the.
Number two, I'm gonna go off the agenda a little bit here. I got an email from Natasha Lyons from the Harwich Administrative Offices. And she said that the first committee meeting of the new fiscal year, which starts on July 1st, we're supposed to take a vote to see if there's any change in the leadership of the committee. So,
That's next meeting then.
That's
is
this
anybody-
meeting.
That's this meeting. We missed last meeting.
No, but he
is there
said-
anybody that would like to be chairman of the committee? No, I guess I'll be chairman. And wasn't Alan vice chairman?
I think that's
He
true.
was.
He's secretary, I thought.
And Jim is secretary?
Jim is
Secretary.
We don't have a treasurer,
Yeah.
Actually, I think Alan wanted to be chairman,
chairman.
remember?
I do think that might be true.
But I don't think he's never here.
Isn't he in Norway or something?
Yeah.
Isn't
I
he,
think so.
or
I
France,
think
or
he-
like he's
something.
overseas for a
He's
year or
overseas.
two?
He was here at the
least-
Yeah,
beginning
he
of
came
June
here. He was
because he
here last
led
time.
the Tour de Barnstable ride.
Yes. So I don't know. But one way or the other, I'll say he might be busy.
But
Okay.
okay, that makes
So
sense. I
there's,
mean,
there's no
he won't be
change in
insulted.
the committee structure here.
Correct.
I'll get back to her.
We don't need a treasurer.
No, we don't.
Next item on new business is the trail condition. Anybody been on the trail lately?
I have been.
Yeah, I have been too.
I feel like the trail conditions been pretty good. I mean, I recently looked at the area for Chatham because they asked us to fill out a questionnaire about that. And I quite honestly felt like we all look pretty doggone good. I think there's some overgrowth of foliage that's hanging out onto the tracks, and my thought about that is they'll take care of that. I don't know if we need a special.
They could also
Yes.
chop off the bushes like when you get to an intersection so you can see better.
They try to do that where they can. A lot
It's
of times
private.
They're not,
it butts up onto private
Private
property.
property.
it's a private property. It's
And
not
so you
theirs
can't
to
Yeah,
really-
no,
cut.
but I wouldn't go out there with my.
I know. You tell that to Link.
Yeah, we've had those discussions,
we've had
long
those
discussions with them.
So I've noticed that. Other than that, I mean, I think that the sand is always an issue, and we've had a lot of rain recently that's been heavy, so there's sand on there. Once again, I think they get around to sweeping that off as they.
But the day before we got the heavy rains, I was on the trail and there was a lot of skid marks off to the side of the trail.
Oh,
where
dirt.
They threw sand and rocks onto the trail. And I was gonna say something to Link, but then it rained the next day and the day after.
Yeah.
I
All
think
that
it
was
was
gone.
people. I think it was people with kids with motorbikes that spun the rear wheels and kicked up the sand. That's what it looked like.
Yeah, that's what it looked like.
Yeah.
But, you know, I would.
And there was a lot of them.
I think we can. I'll make a motion that I have under the new business e-bikes, and we can discuss it there if that's okay. Because I think that's where that's coming from, and I have a few things to say on that. And
We can go right into
you
that.
all right? You want to do it now? I think there has been an issue with some of the high-powered.
They're not
E-bikes.
e-bikes. They're not even e-bikes.
Well, it's a difficult classification. You can call them e-bikes, you can call them dirt bikes. There's a lot of different names you can call them, but there's a group of younger folks, okay, teenagers, I'll say, and they have been spinning their wheels and kicking dirt onto the trail. They have been they've been rude to people walking on the trail, where they have been just probably sitting there talking and not moving out of the way of the people walking. So there's been some issues, and people have tried to enlist the help of the police, which it's pretty difficult because they're very mobile, and it's an issue that certainly the people from DPW or the state are taking very seriously. They're, considering use of drones, various and sundry answers. It brings in a lot of laws that you might not be aware of. Like, you could say, all right, so there's some kids out there and they're causing a ruckus, so I'll take a picture of them. That may not be a good idea. You should probably check with the laws of the state, because
Maybe underage.
you really can't photograph minors.
Right.
And particularly post them to the internet. So it's kind of a big ball of wax. Let's put it that way. And that is what you're seeing are these kids. So
Are those kind of bikes actually allowed?
That
on
was
the-
going to be my question, because I don't know the answer to that.
I think that it has been a difficult issue to classify them, and there's a lot of different ways you could
But
classify
they go
them.
way more than 15 miles an hour.
Without a doubt, their speed and the way it is now, at least DCR has been reviewing the law, and my understanding is that they feel like that the trail should be limited to Class 1 e-bikes only. And it brings in another issue. It brings in an issue for the rental places. Most of the bikes that the rental places have are Class 2 e-bikes because they have a throttle. They don't go over the speed limit, but they have a throttle. And so it potentially could put them out of business if they can't rent their e-bikes. And I don't think anybody necessarily wants that. So it is a difficult issue, and there's a lot of issues to it, and classifying the e-bikes and all of this is a big part of it. And the bikes that I have seen the youngsters riding are powerful. They go over the 18 miles an hour for sure.
They're dirt bikes.
I think they're not sold that way. That's why I'm hesitant to say what they are, because
They're like motorized.
they don't.
uh,
I'll just be honest with you. I don't think they have pedals. Okay, and if they have
Oh.
pedals, they're not functional pedals. They're pegs with,
I see.
but you don't actually
Stationary.
have a chain that
It's the
connects
throttle
to the
that's
chain.
moving you. It has nothing to do with.
Yes.
Because when I think of an e-bike, I think of a combination
Yes.
of a motor and pedals.
Yes.
And again, not going over a certain speed.
Yes.
I think, to his point, it sounds more like,
Which
But how
I
could
think
you
that's true.
control that? That's the problem.
Well, and I think that's where the issue comes, and I've thought about it quite a bit, and thought, well, how could you best address it?
But is that not a different classification of a bike? So you've got a
It is-
regular class
it-
1, then you've got your class 2 electric, and then you've got these just throttle ones. Isn't that a different class that we could?
It is, but the classification comes from the state,
Okay,
Oh,
gotcha. Okay.
and so I think at least my recommendation would be to try to parallel along with what DCR is doing, so that we don't have like, oh, when we hit this rotary down there, we go to a different set of rules. And they're struggling with it because it's more difficult than what you might think. And are you going to put people out of business and take away their livelihoods? And where is the danger and what's the risk? And I might offer this, and I tell you what I'm going to say is going to be controversial. You're probably not going to like it, but I'm going to say it anyway.
Shoot them.
I think these are mostly young kids, and I think this is sort of like the Rebel Without a Cause movie from the 1950s. We're just looking at the 2000 version of it, so we're looking at electric bikes. And I somehow feel like I don't think laying down rules and roughing them up is, or whatever you would particularly do, is going to make a big impact. I feel like somehow, and I don't know how it would happen, but if we could come together, if they weren't disrespectful to the people on the trails, if they weren't traveling eyes, their issue is they ride off on the dirt trails, and then they ride on the rail trails to get to the dirt trails. So they're kind of using it in conjunction. But if they had a respect for the speed and being fitting in with the people that use the trail, that would be the best.
There's
solution.
another issue. If you want to get insurance on those kind of bikes, I don't know if you can get it for an e-bike, but you need to have a license plate.
All that true. All that is true. All the things that you're talking about are the things that they're wrestling with, because if it isn't an e-bike, it falls into moped classification, which you need a license and insurance. And then it becomes a police issue. And I see that escalating, and I see tickets and people
Can't we
taken
all just
away.
get along is more of your kind of thought.
And I don't know, and maybe I got my head where it shouldn't be, but
No.
but I don't think it's 500 kids. I don't think it's 100. I think it's a group of kids. And
But
I
the
think
whole thing has to be consistent with the other parts of
that I think that is a
Otherwise,
key issue, is that we pay close attention. Which I would tell you that Fran goes to all the meetings. I haven't been to them lately, but I try to keep abreast. I talk to Bernie quite a bit, and he's always telling me what's going on with DCR. So I think I hate to say this, but I almost think just holding back a little bit, thinking for your own selves, what would you think would be a good way to go about it? And I even know that there was an accident with an injury in, I want to say it was either Sandwich or Falmouth, with one of these e-bikes that ran into the back of a car. So it's going to really make some impacts. And we kind of know it's coming. If you look at YouTube videos out of New York City, you'll see these kids riding in groups of
I've
100.
seen them on the right in the middle of the streets.
Right in the
like
middle of
they're
the street.
blocking traffic.
just-
They don't care.
They don't
They are
follow
just-
any
oh,
rules
it's-
or they
it's-
don't stop at red
Where's
lights.
this, here?
In New York
In New York
City.
City, you can see the videos.
They don't stop at red lights.
No, they
They block traffic.
They
They block the whole road.
yeah.
They don't care, and then they can outrun the cops
To
when the cops
protest,
come.
to protest or something.
I don't think they're I think it's just.
I think they're just
Kids
thugs.
being-
I think they're just being. Thugs.
I think they're the rebels. What
I
I'm
think
calling.
I think they're the thugs. Is all they're being.
I think
you
you're
know?
right. I see it that way too. But they meet up at bike shops for just like we meet up at bike shops to go on these rides. But they're a little different generation. So I think we gotta. I think it's an issue that's trying to be addressed. I think the dirt on the bike path seems to me a little less than what it was. It was pretty bad there for a while.
Yeah.
I mean, after a while, I think you get tired of doing it. It just runs down your batteries. You know what I mean? And I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. You know, but I did.
It's kids being
Kids.
Yeah.
and they're just being hellions, and you always got, like you say, there's whether the most handful of kids that are creating all the issues.
Well, I'm gonna stop doing it.
But I hope you will.
But I
There's the
rode from
rebel.
Harwich to Chatham, and I only saw it in Harwich.
Yeah,
I did
Yeah.
not
yeah.
see
In
it
Chatham.
in Chatham at all.
Because they killed the kids in Chatham.
Yeah. The issues I've read about have been in Harwich.
Interesting. I wonder why.
I'm just guessing, the existence of the kids of the right age, and they have these.
And the
motorized.
schools there, because a lot of it's right where Thompson's Field.
Yes. I quite frankly, I see them cut. I don't know why, but I've been parking at the town hall because Brooks Park is crowded. And a lot of them cut through that. I don't
And
know
there's a
why.
way to get to the school, though.
Through there, maybe so. I don't know why, but
there
I've
is.
seen quite a few of them cutting through there. Not causing any problems or whatever, right? I don't know where the legality falls in, because they'll take the ride through there and then they're riding on the sidewalks on Main Street. And they, they must be riding along the road, which I think it's a big issue.
They need to.
I think it's a big issue, and I think, I'm hesitant to say it, but I think that we need to try to maybe monitor the situation, try to look for answers rather than, we could support taking all those bikes off of there, and maybe it's gonna come to that, I don't know.
Just having pedal assist bikes, e-bikes.
If you just had pedal assist like bikes, on any given weekend, you'd have a lot of people that would be upset who've come here to use our rail trails and they have a Class 2 bike. Mm-hmm. And they're here to ride with their family, and they're gonna ride at 10 miles
What's
an
a
hour.
Class 2? You said a 3 is where there's no chain?
No. The classifications are changing, but my understanding is Class 1 is just pedal assist.
Oh, assist, not.
Pedal assist.
And what's a regular bike?
Just a bike.
Okay.
These are e-bikes. And so Class 2 would be, and it's under 15 miles, I think 18 miles an hour, but I'll say 15.
I think it's 15.
So under 15 miles an hour. The Class 2 is the same, only it has a throttle. Okay? And e-bikes now are being sold with a plug that goes to the throttle. So you can just unplug that and you could ride it where it was being. So that possibility exists, okay?
But nobody's gonna do that.
And how fast do those go?
Same speed.
Same speed.
It
okay.
just has a throttle. And so when you limit it to class 1, then it eliminates those. And those are quite popular e-bikes, the class 2 that go 15. And a lot of folks our age or people with families have those kinds of bikes, and they're trying to get back into riding. So
Are they more readily available for rental
Yes.
than the other ones?
To my understanding, that's the
I
common.
never even noticed one. I don't even know what
That's
they
the
look like.
common bike that they rent is a class 2 e-bike.
So, but don't we think maybe the issue is more of the throttle and no pedal at all issue with
Yes.
younger kids? So
Yes,
that's the issue.
I think so, and
Yeah,
and
okay.
that they go faster.
Yeah.
And there is a speed limit of 15 miles an hour on the rail trail, and again,
And in Harwich and Chatham.
and in Harwich and Chatham, it's all 15 miles an hour. So if you're going over that, you negate that.
But that's pretty fast.
It is pretty fast, and it's dangerous. Let's just all be honest. I mean, I'm not trying to cover anything up, and I don't think young kids should be out there riding their bikes 25 miles an hour. But I don't know what the answer to it is.
Yep.
Even like if you talk to Bernie, he really has a difficult job because he doesn't really have any he's not empowered with enforcement.
Right.
There's not really much he can do, and you know they were writing tickets for a while, and I don't know where I don't know that they're still doing that. I haven't heard about it as much. I heard about it in the beginning. They were giving tickets.
But who would get the revenue?
Again, it's a very,
Yeah, it's kind
in other words, people who have the authority to give tickets and all that, it brings in a whole realm of things I'm not
Yeah.
aware of. That's what Bernie was kind of educating me on, because he and I were trying to figure out if it was even legal to follow people on the rail trail with a
horn.
drone,
And it's
because
also,
that's really the only way you're going to catch them.
Yeah.
it's only really in the summer that really
Yeah.
we would be concerned about it. I think. I mean, to
I
some
think
degree.
generally you're right, and as it gets colder, there's less bike riding anyway. But it's a difficult problem, and it's coming to a head quickly. And I read about that accident. I think occurred either yesterday or the day before. I haven't heard the results of it, but I suspect that we will hear about that. You know, we'll read about it in the paper, and then there may be some things coming. I don't know.
Was that in Falmouth, you said?
It was down at that end of the Cape. It could have been Sandwich.
Oh, Sandwich, okay.
Yeah.
And that was a throttle bike?
It didn't say.
say.
I just assumed that it was. It was a younger kid. So I assume it was one of these bikes.
Is there any age for a kid to use an e-bike?
I'm not sure. I am not sure about that. I bet there is, but I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is.
Probably from a rental point of view, but
Yeah,
you
they
know,
wouldn't- I
a
wouldn't- I
dad or a parent can
Yeah.
buy something for their kids.
Right.
I'm not sure. I've seen the bikes and I've seen the kids riding them, and I don't know how old they are. I'm gonna say I think they're about 12 to 14. That's a lot of bike. You know, if I get on that bike, it's gonna go X speed. When they get on the bike, it's gonna go 2X speed at least, okay? Because they're a lot lighter. I mean, those bikes are powerful. Are parents aware of that? I don't know. I mean, they could ride with traffic.
Does an e-bike, second degree or whatever you call it, and higher, have to wear a helmet?
You are required to wear a helmet. Actually, I
Not
think
for-
the
not-
law
I
is
don't mean
16.
kid.
the
16.
kids have to wear the helmet.
Kids,
Parents
but-
don't have to.
Correct.
No, but
That's what I heard.
on a e-bike, on a
On an e-bike.
On any bike.
I think on a
but the
a
other ones
bicycle,
are
then it's just-
like motorcycles. They go on the road.
I know. Again, that's why you run into a lot of trouble when you start trying to classify them, because, you know, would you call them a motorcycle? I mean,
Well, the ones that are throttle, yeah, I would.
Depends if they're pedal
Oh, it's a
assist
tough
or
one.
they're
It's a
a
gray
tough-
not.
area.
it's-
It's a gray area.
Yeah.
I mean, until somebody sort of comes out with I'll just bring up the points that I know. I mean, I think if you look at the history of the rail trail in general, it says no motorized vehicles allowed.
know what?
No motorized vehicles allowed.
Yeah.
And then e-bikes came around, and the first rule I heard was that you could use a Class 1 e-bike on the rail trail. That was the first rule I heard. And then I started hearing about speed limits. And, there are a lot of issues surrounding, like the throttle use. Like you have, let's say you have an elderly, I had a person wrote me an email and said, please don't take away my e-bike. I have a neuropathy in my feet. I've been a lifelong bike rider. I ride about 10 miles an hour and my feet go numb and I have to use my throttle and I ride 10 miles an hour. He said, don't take my e-bike. And I'm sensitive to that.
I think there's a real need for them for certain,
That-
ages or
that gentleman
disabilities or anything
was-
like. I
It's
agree,
gotten a lot more
100%.
people
Is it-
out
is-
riding.
Is it
Yes.
incumbent
Who
on
thought they
us
couldn't anymore.
to
Yeah.
determine
It was almost
for
at that point.
Harwich and maybe in conjunction with Chatham what the rules are, or are we under the umbrella of what the state says they are?
I'll offer this, and you may know, Frida, I think the selectmen set the rules for the rail trail. I think we maybe give them a recommendation. I don't think we write the rules for anything. And
For the Old Colony Rail Trail.
for the old colony, and for the rail trail, it would be DCR.
DCR.
So I think, that's why I sort of feel like, we could try to write something, but I think we would be spinning our wheels.
Yeah.
I think we should wait and see where DCR comes out. And maybe that's a question for next DCR meeting. Hey, do you have written rules now that are different, or that maybe we could get a copy of so we could be in the
Is
same?
DCR the one who will be controlling the extensions like the one in Yarmouth?
Yes. No, wait a minute.
Or
The
is
one
it-
in Yarmouth, no.
That's the town?
Not, as it stands right now, the extension in Yarmouth is Yarmouth. The town of Yarmouth and the town of Barnstable are cooperating to build this extension. And right now, DCR is not part of it. It's gonna be, when it's finished, it's gonna be kind of confusing because you're going from Station Avenue in Yarmouth through Yarmouth, and right after you go over Station Avenue, it's going to become the town of Yarmouth.
Did you go
Who's
last?
responsible for that trail?
Did you go last week when we went down the end of right past the golf course?
Yeah.
And then we made a left and went. Well, were you there that day?
Yeah.
That's the town of Yarmouth
Yes.
one? But is that going to be?
No.
No.
If you go to the
I don't even know where that was going to go.
if you
I
go
couldn't
to the
figure it out.
right, and you'll see how they dug out a big path.
Looks
Oh,
like
yeah.
a road.
In the
It almost looks
rotary,
like a road.
where the rotary is.
Right.
Yep.
Exactly. And they're going to put a bridge
Oh,
over there.
so it's going to go two ways.
Right.
Oh,
But right now it's the town of Yarmouth. So,
And there,
I didn't know that.
there's a
No.
section in Falmouth too, right, or Sandwich that is under construction. That's
I don't know about that.
yeah, I have heard about that. And
'Cause I've seen emails about the Shining Sea
yes,
Trail and work on Shining Sea Trail, but it's just that.
yeah, not anything else.
is that connected to the?
No,
And
No.
what about the canals?
that's not connected either.
So it's all
the
this
state-
fragmented.
Right. And there are committees down there that would like to put it all together.
Yeah, under one umbrella. It makes
But-
more sense.
The problem is the railroad. There's so many railroad crossings in Sandwich and Bourne, and it would cost a lot of money to build a bridge over each crossing. And that's been the hangup for all these years, is all the crossings. The various town committees have been pushing to eliminate the railroad. But the railroad is a business that's used during the summer for tourism
And garbage.
the dump runs. And you can't eliminate a business just because of bicycles.
But I mean, there's plenty of places where you just go over the railroad tracks.
Yeah.
I mean,
but
if you're going perpendicular, it's okay, but
I guess they would want to make that crossing safer.
yeah, I
You know,
guess.
like the arms that would come down.
Or they have that kind of like a grate they put down there that makes it even. You know what I'm talking about?
Yep.
Yep. Difficult problems for sure.
But that's down there and we're up here.
But I think it's fair to say that future thinking is that they're all connected.
Yeah.
That you could ride from one end of the Cape to the other.
Several years ago, when the bridge was built over Route 134, the governor of Massachusetts, Charlie Baker, came out and he said, we're going to make
Yeah, I
the
was
rail
there.
trail go all the way to the canal.
Yep.
He
Yep.
did. We were there.
Yeah, we were
And-
there.
He didn't put a year on it though.
And he didn't
And
do
then
it.
he went out of office. He said, I'm done.
But they're working on it.
Yeah,
Right, you know,
Yeah.
you gotta give them credit.
it's lovely.
So yeah, they're slowly working on it.
He was for all the bike trails.
Yeah,
So for the e-bikes, I mean, to kind of tie it together, maybe we should consider saying that we would take, we will be in a period of observation now. Is that a way to think about it? So that we can make a recommendation based upon what we hear from DCR
Yeah,
and
that's-
Chatham.
that's
To
what
the
we have
select
to-
board.
Yeah.
To the select
Yeah,
board.
yeah. In other words, we would put together, at some point, you know, I think we would be, we should submit something to the
Would you
select board.
draft a letter for us?
Yeah, I would. I
Okay.
mean, for right now, though, I think just in our minute meetings that we're in an observatory phase.
And maybe keep track
If we
of
had a
some
letter to send
statistics.
to the select board,
Oh, to say that we are in the,
right,
okay, yeah, I'll take that.
good. Anything else under new business? No? Okay, we'll move on to old business. Committee charter. Well, I guess, seeing we're lacking Alan,
Yeah. And he wanted
we have
to-
a charter, but Alan wanted to change it.
He did, I thought he did.
He's done some work on it. I don't, I mean, he wrote some text and, as Fran said, we're kind of waiting for a follow-up from him.
I'll email Alan and see if I
Yeah.
can get a response.
You
The
might
next
want to
item is-
ask him when he's coming back here.
Well, we don't even know he's gone.
I'm not sure he's gone either. I don't know.
And by the way, you're not chairman
He's
anymore.
overseas.
Follow up on graffiti.
Where's
What's
the
that about?
graffiti?
There was some graffiti that was chalked in on the,
On the ground?
on the rail trail. I don't think it was anything profane. It was on the hill going down to the roundabout. I haven't seen any more of it. I think
Was
it's
it permanent or just chalk?
just chalk.
Okay.
You know,
Like some little
kids.
girls maybe playing?
Yes,
And I
yeah,
said girls
yeah,
only because
yeah.
my granddaughter's a
Yeah,
topper.
yes,
She's 5.
sure. And chalked in graffiti, I don't know.
That's different than paint.
Yes, that's
You
different
know,
than
A couple of
paint.
years ago, we had that big issue at the Rotary,
Yes,
you know?
yes, and
Long
it wasn't.
time.
It wasn't profanity.
Right.
I mean,
Okay.
profanity. I think we should be out. Some of us should be out there with a broom. Maybe I don't know.
Once again, we, under old business, we have trail condition.
I know that. No matter how much you proofread your stuff.
Okay,
That's kind of
No.
ongoing.
See, what I do is I move the old business or the new business down to old business.
okay.
but I wanted trail up there, and I got confused. So
Okay. Purchase and placement of maps for the 2026 season.
So I'm gonna return these. Should I get 4 of them? If they come like this, they were only like $19 for the whole box
Well,
with tops.
let's get back. Where did you?
We could put them at the 2 places that exist. We could put one down by I think it's a Lutheran church in Chatham, or maybe that's in Harwich.
That's
Chatham is.
I mean,
Chatham.
yeah, but the
we
same
do only
map.
ours.
I understand, but they have their committee in their town. Think of it that way.
and they
they
do-
draw a line at Depot
Right at the
Road.
No.
Just beyond Depot Road.
There's a marker, granite marker.
There's a granite marker. There is a granite marker. That's
We
correct.
got the town to a few years back to put a granite marker in the.
So we can't go as far as even the police station.
No, that would be Chatham.
That's Chatham. You go.
Where's
you
the-
could go as far as the marker
The where?
The marker.
near
Where's
the
this
water.
Just past Depot Road on
Just,
the right.
yeah.
Yes.
Just as
So it's not
Harwich
very
and
far.
Yep.
No.
Well, our section is what 3.5 miles
Yeah, I think that's true.
from the rotary.
Yeah,
Let's
seven.
go to
It's
Bob.
We
seven.
used to have one at Depot Road at one time, and for some reason, I know for a year or two, again, kids
Yeah.
used to, we swear with a baseball bat, used to beat the hell out of the box. And
Yeah, that's gonna happen, but.
yeah,
you know,
and then
so
we
let them
eventually
push.
stopped it,
Yeah.
and then one year it was good, and I don't know why we stopped it the last time. But we used to have one at Depot Road.
Right.
What's the lead time from your past experience about getting maps?
Probably less than a month if we
Okay.
can get it going. Like
Do we
right
need
now,
to-
I gave you some. Well,
I have-
let's stay with the
You said you gave me 200.
maybe, yeah,
Yeah, maybe not.
maybe not. It was a
And there's
set.
nothing in the one here. I went by there yesterday.
Yeah.
Oh,
I mean, there's one crushed one.
Yeah. I saw that.
Yeah.
You end up putting in maps in there at least once a week.
yeah, it's got to be weekly. I mean, you did it. I did it for years.
Yeah, I did it. For,
You did it for a
Years, too.
few years.
So what? And what? So where else? That's just 2 places.
yeah.
That's
The
all.
2 places you're saying is at the church here on 124,
Church.
Right.
Oh yeah,
The
yeah.
cemetery.
and the second one is the Depot Road down by. No, that's not us.
No.
Okay,
Was that the
The
Rotary?
only other box we have for the
I'm sorry.
OCRT
Yeah. Chatham.
the OCRT maps is the Rotary.
My bad.
So we
Now,
only
that
have
got
2.
destroyed and removed somehow.
Okay,
Oh, that somewhat recently.
I will
Yeah.
check
Yeah.
with DCR to see if we can get a new box installed.
Okay.
If they're willing to do that, great. I think I have one old one at home that I have made, years ago.
I'll check with Susie
Didn't
today.
want to make them anymore.
Well, the plastic ones are fine.
Yeah,
And they're not-
perfect.
and they don't cost that much money.
Yep.
They were like, so this was $20 for 4.
You had the ones with they now offer ones that are clear and you can
Yeah.
flip it.
These are clear.
Yes,
No
but I mean
top,
with a
though,
cover,
I know.
completely.
no. They didn't
I could
have
only
any
find
in
them
the-
online
They didn't have
long
them
time
in the
ago.
store.
Okay.
They had a really thin inventory.
So, in a bottom line, we have to. I think that's enough.
3
Three.
or 2.
If you did one at Depot Road,
Oh,
or do-
okay, yes.
do we, Depot Road,
The church,
the
on
church,
124, and the circle.
I agree.
Where's the Depot Road one?
There's a board down there.
Heading towards Chatham. You hit Depot
Oh, I
Road,
know what you mean.
A
cross Depot
kiosk.
Road.
A kiosk.
Yeah,
I'm using
and
the
there's a
wrong
map there too.
one. There is a map there, and it needs a box. It doesn't have a box.
I got 4x9 ones. They're like $27 for 2.
Yeah,
Is that what you're talking about? Something like that
Yep,
with a cover?
very similar.
Yeah,
Yep,
yeah.
yep. The ones that
What's
I bought in the
what's
past
the,
was just not a
dimensions?
flat top like that. It was just.
This is a 4x9.
hinged. Is that hinged? Or
Yeah.
Is that-
Okay.
I have a message from our missing person.
So yeah, it hinges.
Where-
I
Yeah,
think
very
that's
similar.
France.
It's 4x9. Isn't that what we're
don't
talking
know.
about for size?
No, this was 3 by.
Probably 3 by, this is an 8.5 by 11,
This
so
is 3.5 by
definitely
8.5.
needs
Right,
to be
so
11.
it has to be a little bit larger. So 4x9 is too
4 by
small.
11. This is 11.
Where'd you
8.5
see
by
that?
11.
Where's
Yeah, that's
that
what she's saying,
website?
so it has to be
Yes.
11 tall.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, I think
Where's
you're
that?
right.
Where's that?
Oh, wait a minute.
No, not 11
Sorry.
tall.
I was gonna say this is 8.5.
That's
That's
8.5.
11. So 9x4 would be the right size. A little bit more than
Correct.
3
Yep.
and whatever.
What's
and
the
then
depth? So that, yeah, what can you put in there, 20?
Oh, you can put quite a few in
it
there.
looks like you put quite a few in there.
You have to be careful not to stuff it,
So they
Yeah,
can't
because
get them
people
out.
take 2, 3 out.
Yeah, they do that anyway.
or they crack because you put too many, I mean, so,
Yeah, some of them.
it's more than 20.
All
I
right,
don't know how
I'll
many it is.
I'll get at least 3. And we'll get one in abeyance.
Well, who's gonna pay for
I'll,
I'll pick.
I'll let you know if I
Okay.
can get one today. If I can get one from DCR.
Okay, yeah.
it? And then what we need, though,
We need 2.
We need 2.
we just established that maybe we do want a Depot Road.
Okay.
Redo the one on Depot Road and,
One of the rotary.
I think the
Rotary.
rotary one might be cracked too.
that's what Paul was saying.
Oh, I thought it was gone.
At the, oh,
Last
yeah,
I
I'm
saw, that
talking
one
about the
was-
church
that one
one.
was-
Yeah,
The
yeah.
Oh, the one at the church is
Yeah.
cracked?
If that's recent, if it is.
Well, I know the stuff was smashed down. I saw that.
I saw that too. I felt it was somebody who used the map and then replaced it back.
Ah,
I put a positive spin on
And-
it.
and
there you
then-
go.
After they
You always
crumpled
do.
it
I like
up.
that about you, Charlie.
Paul, did you go to that website that I mentioned, I got for you?
Okay, we're talking about purchasing maps now,
Yeah.
right? Yes, I did. I still think we need to, well, that one was about $425 to purchase 2,000 of these. And the thing with that website that bothers me, I think I'd rather call them a little bit, is you tell them it's Z-fold, you tell them you tell them the poundage, you tell them everything. I don't know if it's the shiny paper or not that we've got here,
Right.
but they came up with a number, but somewhere we've got to send them a digital copy. So I took the time to call the guys that we used here in Orleans, Sir Speedy, to find out they're out of business. So the number that I called, I guess, I don't know if they're different little franchise that's under Sir Speedy. It's
Yeah,
kind
I
of like a
think- I
different
think they're all
level.
franchises.
And Orleans Printing. And the Sir Speedy number for Orleans went directly to a company, Pip Printing in East Long Meadow. So I spoke to that woman, and she kind of explained to me that they're no longer, and they absorbed their business. So they kind of linked the phone number to East Long Meadow.
When you say digital, it seems to me that any scanner or even a camera produces a digital. I mean, it's as good as a photograph. So how could it be no good, not good enough?
It's more, I think it's more complicated than that. I
Yeah.
can't tell you
It's
how.
deep.
It's
Very
supposed to be a
detailed.
higher resolution.
Right,
High res is what they're
exactly.
looking for.
And the printers can use that where they can't use a photo. So,
Making a document that's ready for printing is a difficult task. My
Yeah.
wife works on it
yeah,
a lot. She puts
yeah,
a lot of time.
we're not graphic artists.
Yeah.
Do we have a high res of the map? Does
Yeah.
does the DCR
Well,
or someone
no.
have?
No, because this is
Chatham
just for the
made
OCRT.
Oh, gotcha, okay.
So,
Oh,
I-
doesn't
I-
Chatham have them?
Yeah, that's what he's
Chatham
talking
on one side and Harwich on the other.
So prior to this yesterday, as this woman was looking for a digital copy, I emailed Steve Waddle. Now, two of you don't know Steve. Steve's from the Chatham Bikeways. And he, very good, pretty much graphic artist also. And he produced these way back when we made it together quite a few meetings, quite a few years ago. And they've been all, changed, updated, and I can guarantee Steve has a
Updated
digital.
high-res one.
Yeah, but I emailed him and I haven't received the feedback at
I
all.
guess you can't change it either.
He can,
You
about.
can.
He can, yes.
yep, like he added, forget, restrooms, things
Yeah,
the last
and
couple
the
of
and the
times.
places where
So I did ask him,
tools are.
and I thought it was pretty unusual that he didn't reply back to me. And I asked him who Chatham was using to purchase their maps
Oh, right.
also.
Right, that's a good idea.
So,
Too bad we couldn't combine the resources somehow, some way. The higher you get, the less you
right,
spend per,
right,
right?
because I think they dish out a lot more maps than we do by far,
Gotcha.
I think. And, because they were putting them in stores, they were putting them everywhere.
Right.
And we just kept them on the trail. So I haven't received a reply from him, which is extremely unusual.
I think there's something going on with him because he rides with the cranks,
Yes,
and he sent out an email saying that he hasn't been around lately due to personal problems, but he's planning on coming back.
oh,
That's why I say I hadn't seen him in a while, so I knew something was, I don't know.
yeah, because I mean, he was one, he tracks his miles per year and he wants to, go that 1,000+ miles every year on his bike. So he's a pretty adamant biker.
Yeah, all true. It's an
With
all-around
some-
nice guy, too.
He really, really is.
Very nice fellow.
Has a nice jewelry business.
Nice
Does a lot of jewelry design. However, Fran, the chairman, is it Bob Oliver?
Bob
Yes,
Oliver,
oh
yeah.
yeah.
Maybe Bob can share with us, or he might have a digital copy, or is his
Okay,
team?
I'll ask
Would
him.
you mind asking him that? And that's probably exactly why Steve hasn't got back to me. I was floored. He's one that, we'll get back to you in an hour
Yeah.
if need be. Yeah,
Plus,
so,
it's summertime, he's probably busy, too.
yeah.
With his, business.
So you'll take an action item to go to Bob and see if you can get a digital copy of it? And then we'll kind of move forward. Usually the process is, you get the copy, you get someone to give you a quote, and then we have to go to Link, and Link says, yeah, or I'll pay for it. And then we gotta get that process of, care of, DPW for Link to pay for it.
And I have one other little further issue. I got a email, I think yesterday, from somebody in Brewster Bikeways, wondering how we made our maps and where we got them printed and all that, and I did not know. So I gave them your name. And I guess he hasn't written you, but he probably will, but just, I didn't know what, I didn't know enough to.
Probably Joe.
Yeah,
It is
maybe
Joe.
Maybe
Yeah,
we can
yeah.
learn from them too, while
Sure.
they're going through the exercise.
They're,
I don't know why they would want
I-
their own map because
Yeah,
their bike trails all on the
Yeah, that's
CCRT.
and if they wanted to put maps out, they could put up stations and ask to be on DCR, can I get some maps from DCR?
Right.
I didn't want to tell them that, because I didn't, but I think that too. I agree with you. I don't know where, but maybe they want to put them up at Ferretti's, you know what I mean, or,
It's just
Yeah.
across the street from the
Yep.
kiosk over there.
That's right.
yeah, that's what I mean, at the kiosk. But,
Bernie wouldn't like more boxes.
no, no. But
Why?
does he fill them there?
He fills them.
He fills all the
fills
boxes.
does fill them.
these,
All the time.
All the
But
time.
he's got that thing he can carry them in.
Well, that's true too, yeah.
Right.
But I think, but yeah, I don't know why. But he talked that they wanted their own map, and I said, okay. I don't know why you'd reinvent the wheel, but
You know, it probably that turn off the Cape Cod Rail Trail down Seaview Street and around. That's what they probably want to put on there.
probably, probably.
Off going through Brewster, there's a little street off the trail called Seaview Street, and Charlie likes to take that
I remember that.
trail
We've done
whenever,
some bikes.
whenever he
I've-
goes
yeah,
up
right,
there.
yeah.
It's only a mile and a half.
It's probably a mile, yeah.
So just look through the Seaview Street.
But I have other little loops that you add them together and you get about 5 or 6 miles.
You gotta ride with Charlie sometimes.
I know I do. I did try out
He's a
Western Mass.
master.
I guess.
Failed miserably, but we tried.
Anything else?
That's all under old business. Is there anything else for the good of
How
the
about
order?
future business?
Next meeting?
So I'll work on a letter and
Okay,
let everybody get input on it. You know, I'll write it up, I'll send it to Fran and you know, add to it as you see.
And maybe we should all independently think of things we might want to put on the map that aren't there.
that's
Yes,
a good idea.
you know, as a future project. No,
Well, no,
something to
we
work
can-
on the
Maybe
winter.
not.
Or as we print these up.
Yeah, that's what I
Yeah,
meant.
yeah. I mean, I think you'll find that.
It's
I
very
think-
detailed.
I
If you
think
really
there's a
look
lot
at
there.
that,
Yeah, I think there's a lot.
it even has dots to the beaches.
It does?
Look at the legend that's up there.
You got to look at that. There's quite a bit
There's
there.
an awful lot on there.
Yeah. But yes, we you know.
Spent a lot of
This
time.
is it's a bike trail from 124 to Bank Street?
It's a way to get to a beach.
That's
Let's
right.
put it that way.
Yeah,
So it's,
that's what dotted line there, I think.
yeah, but
So you have to look
isn't
at the legend.
137 designated as something, because there's signs on it?
I'm trying to think of 137. 137
The,
down to the beach?
no,
That
it
goes
doesn't.
right to Red River Beach, pretty
No,
much.
no, I mean,
No.
No,
Oh,
That's Depot and
Depot.
Uncle Vini's.
right.
yes.
Depot and Uncle
yeah.
Vini's.
Uncle
Depot Road,
Vinny's, yeah.
well,
Yeah.
actually,
And then Uncle
that's
Vinny's
not
goes right
on here, it
across to the
just,
beach.
it escapes it, it just says.
Flip it
red.
over.
That's okay. We don't need more people on that beach.
It's you can't park there anyway, it's like impossible.
I know it's crazy. It is crazy down there.
You have to go at 6.
Pardon?
You have to have your dinner there.
We do.
Yes,
That's
we
what
do
we
too.
do.
That's what we do.
That's the best
So
way.
we don't tell anybody.
Are you going to that Mark McGrath's
I go
thing
to Earl
tonight?
Street.
No,
Mhm.
I
I'm
didn't
further
know
on
about
the
it.
Dennis side,
West,
so,
the West,
yeah.
yeah, West
going?
Harwich.
Yeah.
You going?
What's that?
Mark McGrath's dinner tonight? No. Or, yes, tonight.
No.
So I will draft that letter and get it off in the next few days.
And
So, the August committee meeting is on the 12th, the second Tuesday of the month. We got bumped this month because of Circus Smirkus.
I bumped us really
it made sense.
because I knew
I
it
wouldn't
would
have
be
been
busy
here.
here.
I was working it.
But it's still 4:30 though. We back to 4:30.
No.
I'm sorry. No.
One.
August
Still
12th, Want to hold it 1 o'clock?
What was that thing? I never went by.
Circus Smirkers?
Fun. Absolutely.
You should go for
Worth going.
I saw, it's over, isn't it?
It's over.
Yeah, it's 2 days.
It's 2 days. It's a group of people who train kids and they put on a circus. There's no animals involved.
Oh, it's not like
just-
a regular circus that comes to town?
They,
It's an old time circus, is what I
Yeah.
would say it is.
It's,
It's an old time. It's a lot of fun. The kids are very talented.
oh yeah. I volunteer for it, and then after my volunteer thing, I would go in and we'll watch the rest of the show. Super entertaining for kids and adults. First of all, vote. Is this meeting adjourned?
I will say the meeting is adjourned.
Yes.
Then we can talk about that.
Seconded.
1:53.